So here eating my turkey. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of like motherhood videos. Vlogs are my favorite thing to do. I also dabble in some budgeting. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe. Today, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a weight loss update video. One thing I've noticed is I feel like when I'm watching people talk about like their weight loss, you see them talking about it at the end, like what happened at the end, and nobody, or sometimes in the beginning, but nobody talks about the middle, which is kind of where I'm at. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I feel like I shouldn't have to put a disclaimer on this, but I want to because I know that this can be triggering for some people. So if weight loss videos, eating videos, anything like that is triggering to you, see you later. Come back for the next video. Let me know in the comments other videos you would like to see. I take zero offense, but I still want to talk about this kind of stuff because I do think that there is, like, this could be a whole other video, but like, while I love body positivity, I also think that you're allowed to want to make changes to your body. You're allowed to want to feel healthier and do things to make yourself healthier. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it in a healthy way, you know, because a lot of people do it in a not so healthy way, which we'll also talk about. The other little disclaimer I'm gonna make real quick is, can you hear it? The cicadas are invading, okay? They're so loud right now. I just filmed a budgeting video, which is why I look identical to I do in the video like from a week ago, but I still wanted to do this. But yeah, the cicadas are like insane right now outside, and there's nothing I can do to shut them up until they go away, which, by the way, I hate cicadas. Anyway, I'm in a rambly, fun mood. I also have some turkey deli meat here because I'm hungry and nothing else is made. I thought I just deleted my whole notes video, but I didn't. So I have a note of things that I want to talk about. So if you see me looking at my phone, that's what I'm doing. But what I'm going to tell you about for this weight loss video is where I'm at now, kind of what happened to get me to this point quickly, just because I don't want to spend too much time on that. I can do a video on that if you would like to know. So I'm going to talk about where I'm at now, how I got here, the apps I'm using that are really helpful for me, and some of my goals for weight loss moving forward. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching, make sure you like the video, and let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is some background on gaining weight. I don't want to talk a ton about this, but again, leave a comment if you want me to tell the whole story. I have always kind of gained weight and lost weight since college, since I found out that I had Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid disorder, which does tend to affect your weight. And I kind of like went up and down. Like, I gained some weight in college, I lost some weight after college. I actually got in like the healthiest space I've ever been in my life, right before I met Ben, and then in the early part of our relationship. And then shit hit the fan. He got really sick. I was having a really hard time adapting to Chicago lifestyle. I was having some health issues. He was having health issues. We were having debt issues. We almost didn't get married. Like, all this stress happened at the same time, and I started putting on weight. And some of it was overeating, but a lot of it wasn't. I was eating fairly healthy. I was eating, I was going through some really strict diets at that point per my doctor for like SIBO and all these gut issues. And I just was like putting on weight like nobody's business. And the only thing I can attribute it to is stress and where things were at in my life at that time. And just like how I felt about my body. I hated my body. I hated the way I looked. Even when I was at my thinnest, I still thought that I needed to look differently. So there's just a lot there. Again, I should maybe do like a whole video on this at some point. But anyway, so I started, I don't even know exactly what weight I started at, but I slowly gained weight between 2018 to, we'll just say before I got pregnant in 2022. So 2018, 19, 20, 22, like four or 5 years, I put on like a good 20 pounds a year. Some years it wasn't as much. I think from the lowest weight to my highest weight, I put on about 60 pounds. Now I'm 5'1", okay? So 10 pounds is noticeable on my frame. It was noticeable. I gained a lot of weight. I was having a lot of trouble with heat intolerance. I was sick all the time. Nothing fit me. I felt terrible literally all the time. And then I got pregnant. I got pregnant at my highest weight that I've ever been in my entire life, my most unhealthy when it comes to like weight. And I was terrified. I was terrified of putting on more weight. A lot of people say that you gain, you know, 30 pounds or more in your pregnancy. I was having my doctor at the time body shame me and tell me how much that I shouldn't gain any weight and I should like basically be on a diet while I was pregnant, which was ridiculous because none of this was ever really food. I did have some times where like I overate. I think that that's just normal sometimes, and I do have a little bit of disordered eating patterns, but I wouldn't consider myself like having an eating disorder. Moving forward, I got pregnant. I was very sick in my first trimester. I actually ended up losing like 5 to 7 pounds ish between that time. And then I actually probably lost more than that because I really didn't gain weight until third trimester. Third trimester though, I packed on weight quickly. Ivy was a big baby. My daughter was born at 9 pounds, 5 ounces, big baby. So again, only 5'1". So that's fairly big for me. I don't even want to say this out loud, but for the first time in my life, I was over 200 pounds. At 5'1", I cried hysterically the day that I went over 200 pounds. And this is nothing against anybody that is over that weight or under that weight. I feel like sometimes people talk about gaining weight and you're like, yeah, right, you gained like 5 pounds. And I'm like, no, I gained a lot of weight. I think in total, I mean, that was almost 100 pounds more than what I should be at 5'1", or at least like the lower side of what my weight should be. So I gained about 23 pounds total in birth or in pregnancy, and that's counting whatever weight I lost. So from my highest weight when I got pregnant until the day that I gave birth was an additional 23 pounds after birth. So within the first 2.5 weeks of birthing my daughter, I lost like 30 pounds. Like basically my body just dropped all the water weight. The baby was out, the placenta, all that stuff. I know this doesn't happen to every single person, but that is what happened to me. And I lost quite a bit of that weight pretty quickly. In total, from the time that I was fully pregnant to now, I have lost 43 pounds. I would say that's about 20 pounds from the weight at the beginning of my pregnancy. This is very confusing. So basically I lost 43 pounds. I would say like 13 of that though is stuff that I've actually had to try at. A good, 30 of that is my body just dropped that weight between, again, like I said, with all the water weight, with breastfeeding. I think my hormones re-regulated. Honestly, I feel better hormonally than I did before I was pregnant. So I actually think the pregnancy helped balance my hormones back out. I also had some really troublesome times with my thyroid during pregnancy, and I feel like my thyroid's starting to re-regulate now, so I'm sure that that's helped as well. So that's kind of where we're at. At this point in my journey, I have lost 43 pounds since my heaviest weight when I was fully pregnant. And now we're on a journey to lose at least 30 more. I say that with like a little asterisk because I would love to be less than that. Technically, losing 30 pounds from now, I'm still considered overweight for my height. My height, BMI, is like 90 pounds to like 120 is what you're supposed to be. I haven't been 120 pounds since high school, and I've been really freaking fit and healthy, and I was not 120 pounds. I just don't think that my body is meant for that. I also hope to put on some muscle. So while I'm saying I want to lose 30 pounds, if I don't hit 30 pounds and I look and feel healthier, I don't care. If I lose more than that and I feel healthier, I don't care. I'm kind of putting 30 pounds as like the last time I remember feeling good in my body was about 30 pounds away from where I am now. So that is the goal. Again, understanding that like with muscle, things like that, that might not happen, and it might not happen in general. Like I might just not get back to that weight again, and that's totally fine. Within this journey, I also want to work on feeling good in my body as it is. with the weight that I've lost, my body also looks differently. Like my boobs don't sit where they used to. I have, like, my stomach is still protruding because I have that diastasis recti that hasn't healed on me yet. So I have like extreme separation in my abs, which makes my belly protrude a little bit more. I also had a C-section. I currently have what's considered a C-section pouch. All of these things are normal, but I would like to get into a spot where like I'm not feeling so bloated all the time and things just are a little bit better down there. I may always have loose skin. I may always have a C-section shelf, and that's just what it's gonna be. I have a ton of stretch marks because the last few weeks of my pregnancy, my whole stomach stretch marked because Ivy got bigger and there was nowhere for it to go. So things like that just aren't gonna go away, and I need to come to terms with that. I feel like I'm in a good place with that, but we'll see as I continue to lose weight, how my body feels, what it looks like, what it feels like. If you guys want me to keep you updated on that, I definitely can. The other thing that I have been doing now is I have been doing some workouts. So I've been doing, Kelly Yeager has a program. It's actually relaunching the day before this video goes up. So I will link it if I can remember editing Jessie. I'll link it in the comments, and if you guys want to join, you can. She has workout programs from home where all you really need is dumbbells, and she has workout programs from the gym. She has 30-minute ones and 60-minute ones. I'm doing the 30-minute from home ones because that's what feels good to me, and I have loved it. I have missed loving working out, and I'm so excited to be doing this. The other thing that I'm doing is tracking calories, but I'm not being super strict about it. I just want to try to be eating more protein than what I had been eating, a little bit less carbs. And I just say, as someone who like easily eats well over 200 grams of carbs a day, which isn't necessary when I'm like barely moving my body, I just want to eat a little bit more protein, kind of stay within a few hundred calories without being super strict. Ben is a previous personal trainer and has done macro counting before, so I feel like I can use his brain to help me make sure that I'm eating enough to fuel myself, but also being in enough of a calorie deficit that I'm losing weight at like a normal speed. So that's what I'm planning to do. I may hire a coach at some point, but if you watch my budgeting videos, you know that that's not within the budget right now. So that's just not something that's gonna happen. Weight Watchers, I feel like I should do a whole rant on this, but Weight Watchers is just, I was trying to do it. It's so unhealthy. Now that I'm not breastfeeding, I get 23 points a day, and I just don't eat processed, like low fat food. And I feel like that's the only way that you can do well. Yes, if you eat like chicken breast and vegetables all day, then you can also do well that way. I feel like if you don't eat dairy and don't eat gluten, you're screwed. You can't eat anything processed because it's all high point. Like my tiny little gluten-free bread is like 6 points. That's a lot. So yeah, I'm just struggling with Weight Watchers. I wanted to do it. I wanted to like make the Weight Watchers videos online. I got sucked in by some of the Weight Watchers influencers that I watch, and you know what? It's just not how I eat. I like a higher fat diet, a higher protein diet. I'm just not gonna eat like low fat mac and cheese. I'm just like, that's just not what I'm gonna do, and that's just like not healthy for my body. I also think it's not healthy in general, like the mindset that Weight Watchers gives people. Maybe it helps some people, but for other people that are like actually trying to eat higher quality food, I don't think so. I feel like anyway, this could be a whole other video. If you want me to do a Weight Watchers rant, let me know. I've done it on Instagram stories, so make sure you follow me there if you're not already. It's actually in my weight loss highlight. I saved the rant there. So if you're really interested, you can listen. But so the plan is to track macros / calories and to do Kelly Yeager's workout program. The other thing that I'm doing is working with my naturopath, trying out some new supplements to help with my overall gut microbiome. I think I might also do this like gut test that tells you like foods that you're sensitive to. So I'm trying to figure out if I can swing the cost of that. It's like $200. So trying to figure that out. But basically what I told my naturopath is I'm at a place in my life now where I want to work on being vibrantly healthy. Now that I know that like I don't have breast cancer, I don't have like these big scary things happening. I want to be healthy. I want to be a healthy mom. I want to have the endurance to keep up with my baby. I want to be able to pick her up and hold her for more than a few minutes before I run out of endurance. Like, that's what I want to be able to do. So that's my focus. That is why I want to lose weight, but that's also why I want to be stronger, gain strength, all that kind of stuff. So next up, some of the apps that I'm using, just so you know, there's only 2, but I've been using MyFitnessPal, which if you don't know what MyFitnessPal is, and it is something that you want to use, it's basically this app. I use the free version. You can pay for the other version. I just don't want to, but you can track all your food here, and then it'll also tell you like how many macros you use. If you switch it to this view, then you can see like how many macros. So I put in my food for the day. I'm probably gonna eat more than what's in here, but this is just what I know I'm eating right now. Yeah, so I can see I'm at like 100, well, I will be after dinner at 130 carbs, 72 fat, 82 protein. So as you can see, I eat a high fat diet, and that just kind of comes with how I feel the best. So I use this app to track macros. I'm not super strict about it. If I'm off and I'm hungry, I still eat. At least that's where I'm at right now. I'm not like that serious about it. I also do track my stats in there. And then the other app that I use is Happy Scale, which is where I'm tracking my weight every day. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend everybody track their weight every day, but I actually think this might help me, because sometimes I don't weigh myself because I'm afraid of what it will say. Whereas I think if I weigh myself every day, A, that'll stop happening, but B, I can see the natural fluctuations with my body, because there are days that you just like bloat for no reason and you're holding on to 2 pounds of water weight, and the next day you're less. And I just don't want to freak out about that stuff. So I'm using Happy Scale because it will show you like trends. I've only been using it for a couple days, so like there's no trends to currently show you, but later on if I make update videos to this, I will show you. But that is an app I'm using. You do have to pay for it. I think it's like $12 a year or something like that. And then the other app I'm using, I know I said 2, but I'm using the fitness app for Kelly Yeager's program, which looks like this, but I have a workout to do today. Workout is here. And then, yeah, I'll start it later. But that just comes with her program if you end up using it. So the next thing that I want to talk about very quickly are the goals that I have moving forward. And again, I can do videos kind of keeping you guys updated. I just like doing like a midway video and see where I'm at in like a month or 2, and I can update you guys there. I'll probably also talk about it on Instagram if you are interested. My overall goal is to lose 30 pounds. I obviously know that's not going to happen in the next month. I would love to have lost a good amount of weight by my birthday, which is at the very end of January, but if I don't, I don't. Workout is another goal. I want to do Kelly's program, and eventually I would like to get a gym membership, but again, monetarily we're not there yet, and also time with Ivy, we're not there yet, so I'm totally cool with doing at-home workouts. I would just like to start kind of having that gym membership feel again. I want to continue to work on my mental health, because I know from experience that that can affect everything, and right now I can't really do anything about how much sleep I'm getting or not getting, so I want to really focus on my mental health to make sure that's in a good place. And then the last thing is I'm focusing on gut health. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do that microbiome thing to see what kinds of foods do well with my body and what don't. I'm also starting some gut supplements with my naturopath that should be helpful. One of them being berberine, if you've heard about that. So I'm interested to see how my body reacts to that as well. That is the plan moving forward. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, let me know down below what you'd like to see. I occasionally do what I eat in a day videos. I can do more of those. If you want me to keep you updated, anything like that, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. My battery is gonna die. I hope you enjoyed, and leave me a comment letting me know what you want to see next. Bye.